You don't need to wait for the perfect circumstances or the perfect moment to take action. There's no need to wait until you feel 100% prepared, because guess what? That feeling might never come. Success doesn't require perfection, it requires boldness. It requires the courage to step out before everything is perfectly aligned. You don't need permission to start, you need the determination to continue even when things aren't easy. When you give yourself permission, you take control of your life. You decide what's possible for you, and you stop looking to others to define your limits. This world will always try to box you in to tell you what you can and cannot do. But when you realize that you don't need anyone else's approval, you start living life on your own terms. You start taking risks. You start pursuing those dreams that have been tugging at your heart for years. And in doing so, you set yourself free. There's a powerful shift that happens when you stop asking for permission. Suddenly you move through the world with a sense of purpose. You stop second guessing yourself, and you start trusting that you already have what it takes. You realize that the only validation you need is your own belief in yourself. Once you give yourself that permission, doors will begin to open that you never even knew existed. When you stop waiting for someone to tell you it's your time, you create your own timing. You give yourself the space to grow, to make mistakes, to learn, and to ultimately succeed. You take ownership of your life, and that's where real power lies. The way you talk to yourself, the words you choose to describe your life, your goals, your circumstances, those words shape your reality. You may not even realize it, but your life is following the language you're using. Every word that comes out of your mouth has a direction attached to it. When you say things like, I can't, I'll never, or it's too hard, you are essentially setting up roadblocks for yourself. You're putting limits on what you believe is possible, and your actions will naturally follow that belief. Our minds are incredibly powerful. They absorb what we say and internalize it. If you constantly speak negativity or doubt, you're training your mind to expect failure, to expect resistance. You're priming yourself to live in a way that matches those words. When you tell yourself, I'm not good enough, guess what happens? You start acting like you're not good enough. You pass up opportunities, you settle for less, you don't push yourself because deep down you've already convinced yourself that you won't make it. But when you flip that around, when you start speaking positively, when you start affirming your abilities, your mind begins to shift. Instead of seeing barriers, you start to see possibilities. Instead of shrinking in the face of challenges, you find the strength to face them head on. Words are like fuel. They can either drive you forward or keep you stuck in place. Life isn't just something that happens to you. It's something you actively shape. And a lot of that shaping happens through your words. If you want your life to move in a certain direction, you've got to speak it into existence. You've got to talk like the person you want to become, even before you fully feel like that person. This isn't just about optimism or wishful thinking. It's about aligning your language with your vision for your life. If you want success, you have to speak like you're ready for it. If you want change, you have to speak like it's already in motion. When you talk about your future, are you speaking hope or defeat? Are you saying, one day I'll make it, or I don't think it's possible? Those small shifts in language can make a huge difference. You see, your words influence your mindset, and your mindset influences your actions. If you speak from a place of doubt, your actions will reflect hesitation, fear, and reluctance. But if you speak from a place of confidence and expectation, your actions will follow suit with boldness, courage, and persistence. The words you use don't just affect how you see the world, they affect how the world sees you. When you speak with conviction, people respond to you differently. Opportunities show up because you've opened the door with your words. You're no longer carrying the energy of someone who's unsure or defeated. You're carrying the energy of someone who believes in their purpose. That energy attracts the things you've been seeking. It creates momentum. Life is constantly responding to the language you're using. If you want more out of life, if you want to rise above where you are right now, you have to speak it first.